Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome back to New Hope Tarot, where we will be doing your relationship reading for the week of March 9th through the 16th. I have meditated upon your cards, and I have pre-shuffled, but as always, I'll go ahead and shuffle live. That was a piss poor shuffle, so I'm going to do that again. During meditation, Spirit showed me a biohazard sign. And the only thing that I can come up with that is the word toxic just screams at me. And when I thought of the word toxic, the song Toxicity came to mind. I don't know who sings that song, but Drowning Pool maybe, or System of a Down. One of the two, maybe, perhaps. Anyways, regardless, the words that kept coming to me is how do you own disorder? And, of course, the toxicity of our city. And then, how do you own disorder? And you can't. You cannot own disorder. And then at the end of the song, they say, when I became the sun, I shone life into the man's hearts. And I feel like maybe if I get my words together, I feel like what that is saying is, when you shine life into someone's heart, they start seeing it. They start living. I'm not sure that's what that means. I don't know what the song means, or how the lyrics actually, like the meaning of the full lyrics. But what I'm getting here is that you might be trying to become the sun and shine light into a person's life when it's not really working, is what I'm getting here. That's what I'm seeing here, my dear Sagittarius. So let's see how this correlates with your reading. Your oracle card says, let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. I guess that really does kind of go in line with the biohazard sign. And, it says, how do you own disorder? Right? And that was the first thing that came to mind. How do you own disorder? And I feel like that's what this is saying, like, let go of control issues. You can't control this situation. Whoa, that just flew out. 1 second. Yeah. 5 of Wands. I can understand why that flew out. I feel like this situation, I feel like you already know where it's headed, but you're trying to keep things in line, thinking that if you stay the light of this person and continue to try to show them the way, they'll come to. And the reality is that just because you shine a light at someone, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're wanting to look and see what's in front of them. All right, my dear ones, let's take a look at your cards here. We have the 5 of Wands, we have the 10 of Swords, and we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And immediately off the bat, I'm seeing there's constant battles. Whoa, your cards came out very quickly. Your clarifiers. Nothing but battles constantly happening. And then with this 10 of Swords, it's like you've hit you've hit a wall, you've hit a dead end. There's nothing more that you can really do with this person or this relationship, is what I'm seeing here. It's like, honestly, I'm getting, because the word toxicity or toxic and this 10 of Wands in combination, and this person's temper, because I'm seeing like that there's temper. What I'm seeing is that I feel like they're constantly being defensive, and I feel like maybe they're drinking, or maybe they have some sort of toxic habit that you're trying to really work around, but it's not happening. I'm sorry. I'm not seeing anything great coming out of this, so I'm apologizing in advance. I feel like they do something, and I feel like you try to double down on try to give them good, and it just falls on deaf ears. Then with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like you keep making the same mistakes, and this person is just completely uninspired to change. That's what I'm seeing here. I don't feel like this person is willing to change. I don't feel like this person even sees that there's a problem. I just feel like this person is, just how they are. And when I say, by the way, when I'm saying toxic, I don't necessarily mean that they have to be into drugs or alcohol or anything like that. I'm not saying that. Maybe for some of you, that person is doing that. But I feel like this person doesn't see the root cause of their issue, so they don't know how to cope with it accordingly. So maybe you're trying to give them some sort of light, but they don't see that they're being combative. They don't see that there's an issue. They don't see that there's anything to fix. Pure ignorance, you know what I mean? Just, they don't really see it, is what I'm saying. So you, as much sun, as this song says, as much sun as you try to shine into this person's life, no sun is going to shine bright enough in order for this person to see, unless they are willing to see. Okay? That's what the cards are saying here. And then the clarifiers are the Four of Pentacles and the Moon. So here what I'm saying is the Four of Pentacles is about stability and you finding your security. And right now you want stability, but this person can't give you this stability. And I feel like, it's a constant, back and forth a little bit, where they could be doing so good, and then all of a sudden, it's like wham, they change completely, and you're just like, what is happening right now? Like, why is this happening? And you're like, I feel like we were doing better, and I feel like this person takes, 5 steps forward and then 10 steps backwards. It's like they start doing better, and then all of a sudden it's like they revert. But not only do they revert, like they revert like 10 times over. It's not good. It's like it's not okay. And then they're disillusioned with this Moon card here. I feel like they're in complete disillusioned about reality. I don't feel like they see reality for what it is. Quite honestly, I feel like you recognize it, but you still feel like you could fix it, is what I'm seeing here, my dear Sagittarius. I'm gonna get another clarifier here. Spirit, what card do you, this one? Okay. So they want me to get more cards here. Okay. Yeah, we have the Three of Cups in reverse, with, what I'm seeing here is like, I don't even feel like you have, or even they have, a social life. I don't feel like you guys really even go out. I feel like, the time is really spent. Look, I don't know if you heard that noise outside, but I feel like they shut down. That's what I heard. Like, they shut down. And I'm sorry if I'm going to say this, YouTube, bitch, a lot. Like, they complain a lot. But it's like, complain, and it's just like whining, complain, and it's like, you're doing this to yourself, so I don't understand how you can be complaining. Like, what are you complaining about? All right, and then we have, look, the Nine of Swords. Look, we have the Ten of Swords, we have the Nine of Swords, we have, that was it. I thought we had more swords, but we don't. And the Nine of Swords is really about fear, repetitive patterns. And I feel like this person constantly goes through their repetitive patterns, and I feel like you allow this repetitive pattern. And I feel like this is saying, how long are you going to repeat this cycle before you decide that you hit your breaking point? Because here with the 10 of Swords, you've hit your wall. You hit the dead end. With the 9 of Swords, this is saying, along with the 3 of Cups, it's like, how long can you be surrounded by this energy and not around? I mean, you can only be the sun for so long, right? Before you need somebody to shine light into you, because this person isn't showing light into you. They're not shining light into you. They're just a void of darkness. And I don't even think that they understand their, not their unhappiness, but their trauma. I feel like there's some sort of trauma that occurred that's causing this person to feel this way, but I don't feel like they know what that is. I don't think you know what that is. I think you recognize the pattern. I don't think they recognize the pattern, although it looks like they're able to point out the pattern in other people quite easily, but there's no way they don't recognize it within themselves. That's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, and I'm just seeing this person all over the place. I really do. So Spirit is saying here, how long are you going to go through this mental anguish before you decide that you're going to focus on yourself and break away from this repetitive cycle? That's what I'm seeing here. I mean, the sign is clear. It's a biohazard sign. I think but I feel like you are trying to recognize or try to do everything you possibly can to see if you're able to fix this. But in the original card, this is saying, let go of control issues. There isn't anything for you to fix. If this person doesn't want to be fixed, there's nothing for you to fix, period. That's what I'm seeing here, unfortunately. Spirit wants me to get an oracle card from a different deck. That's what I'm seeing here. I mean, biohazard sign is pretty damn clear, you guys. I'm so sorry. That's just how this reading went for you guys. Compassion. Be compassionate with yourself. Because as I feel like you're incredibly compassionate with this person, and I feel like what you need to be doing right now is be compassionate towards yourself. Give yourself some time to heal and work around this particular issue. And ultimately, it's going to be up to you, Sagittarius, whether you want to walk away from this and work on yourself and allow this person to work on themselves. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't foresee this person working on themselves at all. So I don't see how you can help this person if they don't want to help themselves. I feel like Spirit is saying, be compassionate with yourself, work on yourself, and walk away from this, because this person's only going to drag you down even further than what you are, because I'm getting huge, overwhelming anxiety from you. So if you are starting to feel palpitations and shortness of breath, that's anxiety, you guys. That's what's happening. So ask yourself, is this relationship worth it? Ask yourself, how long can you stay in this relationship before you say enough is enough? What's going to make you walk away from this relationship? And ask yourself, why are you still staying in it? What has happened in your past that makes you want to stay within this relationship? Do you feel not worthy of something better? Do you feel like this is something that you have to go through? Only you can answer that. I can tell you right now, you're worth so much more. You're capable of so much more. You are worth somebody better than this person. I can tell you that, but what I can tell you and how you feel are not the same thing. And until you decide that you want to see something better in your life and that you're worth something better in your life, there's nothing I can say or any tarot card reader can tell you or any therapist can tell you until you choose to put yourself first, my dear ones. All right? Until we meet again, my dear Sagittarius, try to be good to yourself. Have compassion towards yourself. Bye.